You sit down. The room is quiet. For a brief moment, there is absolutely nothing you need to do. And then, almost without thinking, your hand reaches for your phone. There are no urgent messages. Nobody is waiting for your reply. You grab it because of a sudden internal resistance to the silence. That creeping discomfort we feel the moment the input stops is the very thing keeping us from deeply understanding our own minds. We rarely experience a completely empty room anymore. We check screens waking up, watch videos while we eat, and listen when we walk. We naturally rationalize this constant consumption as optimizing our time or successfully avoiding boredom. But the psychological reality is different. The moment external noise stops, human attention automatically and involuntarily reflects inward. Our brains often choose external distraction because introspection requires significantly more cognitive effort than simple consumption. Filling every available minute has become a subconscious habit for escaping our own minds, rather than a sign of hyperproductivity. When you put the phone down and attempt to do nothing, you hit an immediate psychological threshold. Without a distraction to buffer you, unresolved thoughts, ignored questions, and uncomfortable feelings suddenly surface and demand your attention. Faced with that intense friction, the vast majority of people surrender and return to scrolling. This continuous cycle of surrender replaces true self-awareness with a constant stream of low-value noise. Yet that sharp discomfort is not a sign that stillness is failing. It is the mandatory first step to accessing deeper cognitive functions. What physically happens in the brain of someone who stays in the silence and pushes past that initial wave of unease? You activate the default mode network. This is a specific neurological system that only turns on when you stop focusing on external tasks. This network handles memory consolidation, sorting and filing recent experiences into long-term storage. It also creates spontaneous connections between disparate ideas. This is the mechanism behind shower thoughts, those sudden insights that appear when your mind is quiet. Finally, it manages emotional processing, providing the necessary runway to categorize and diffuse internal friction over time. Doing nothing is a cognitive illusion. It is actually a state of intense, invisible neurological labor that is essential for mental clarity. Modern work culture only values visible, constant output and immediate execution, but true mental clarity frequently emerges from the complete absence of noise, rather than an increase in frantic activity. The modern attention economy treats idle time as a flaw to be patched seamlessly by endless content feeds. Choosing stillness is a counterintuitive form of cognitive training that actively strengthens your attention and reduces impulsive reactions. Intentional decision-making is impossible if the mind never has the space to reset, reorganize, and analyze its own patterns. Uncovering these benefits does not require extreme lifestyle changes or hours of daily meditation. You can start by intentionally pausing for 5 minutes without any digital input before you transition to a new task. When the quiet sets in and you feel the urge to escape, intentionally sit with the discomfort of that 5-minute pause. In a world built to harvest constant attention, the ability to simply exist in silence becomes a rare and necessary skill.